I went and saw Slaughter and Quiet Riot Friday night.
Probably wheelchairs and.
The Quiet Riot people were all brand new and like young.
Oh,
And the Slaughter people were all old, like me. And the Slaughter people were like that.
I'm sure.
And I think there were some of the original ones in the base.
What's that?
I know.
Yeah, sorry. I'll get
It's
Kevin back.
I'm just.
Kevin doesn't want me.
Maybe have to behave.
Oh, Don, and it's like, dude.
That's why I'm down here to keep everybody in line.
Yeah. It goes out the window. There sent me some minutes. Let's go about like at noon today, so I didn't get over to you guys yet. Usually they're like this with
For my preschool.
Terry, you got the report.
Say she opened that.
Yes.
She opened that. She carried that.
No, somebody else carried it in for me.
Smuggled.
She's having her purse.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's mic's on. Oh, no.
Mine was on.
Yep.
Mine's green.
There you go. I think it's green either way. It's just a different shade.
The brighter.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be bright.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the back lot garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
This is the different apartment. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. The July 14th, 2025 Board of Zoning Appeals hearing for coming. Clint, will you give us a roll call?
Yes, sir. Karen DeForest.
Here.
Dan Reinhold.
Here.
Kevin Stockwell.
Here.
And returning from a long vacation, Larry Vandelier. All right. Doug Smith.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay. Way to read the rules and procedures for the evening.
Please turn your cell phones off or to vibrate. Please keep conversations to a minimum and when necessary, as quiet as possible. The meetings are recorded. Information concerning the agenda and applications are available on the table near the entrance. Restrooms are located to the north outside of the commissioner's room. Exit is located to the east side of the commissioner's room. If you have not done so already, please sign in. Please speak only when at the podium. State your name and address. Speak only to the chair. Be brief and speak to the topic in discussion. Be mindful there's a speaking time limit. We're going to stick with the 10 and 3. Okay. Petitioners will be given a time limit of 10 minutes. Remonstrators will have a time limit of 3 minutes. Staff will present a petition. Petitioner speaks for the petition. Members of the public may speak in favor or opposition of the application. Board members may question remonstrators. Petitioner may address questions. No new evidence presented. Motion is made in the affirmative. If a second is received, discussion will commence. Amendments may be made. Voting will take place and the results will be announced. You ready for the first petition, Mr. Chairman?
Let it go.
All right. B-25-11, Thad Nixon, and Leighton John, petition for one-dimensional standard variance for a new dwelling. Variance for a road front setback of 15 3/10 feet rather than the 25 feet required. Located at 440 Lane 478 Lake James, Section 33 of Jamestown Township, 760-333-320-129-000-006. Here's the aerial photo of the property in question. Here's a site plan of the property with the structure on it. Here's some pictures of the, I think we're looking north.
Yes.
We are west looking east, and we are north looking south. That's all I have for you.
Mhm.
Good evening. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, approach.
This says kind
It's everything has to go. That's got.
Oh, we got their own packets. Nice, good work. I'm gonna take that paper clip off.
That's my Charlie. He's good.
I passed out some letters this evening. What we are asking this evening is for the new dwelling to be rebuilt at the same location as the current home now, once we tear down.
What is your name and
I'm
address?
sorry.
Sorry.
Fadnix, 1977 County Road 4, Galver.
Go ahead.
Forgot this. As you can see by the photos here, the current property does sit very close to the lane. About approximately 20% of Mr. John's property is in the lane, which is one of the reasons why we're asking for the variance.
Okay, I guess. So you're tearing down the current house and then you're gonna build a new one, right?
Correct.
And how are you going to change the distance from the road, travel portion of the road to the house? Is that gonna be different?
Are you asking the setback?
Yeah, setback from the road side. Are you going to reuse the foundation, you build a new foundation, what's?
Yeah, they tear down new foundation, new structure.
Because like right now, there's a car parked parallel with the road, it's pretty much almost in the front door of the house. So is it gonna be further away, like right there?
I think that's the neighbors, if I am correct. When we went to site, there wasn't a house there.
You're talking about the later one that is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the A-frame house is the
Okay,
house.
so it is.
As you go.
Sorry.
So, yeah, that's what I'm asking, or, because I just got a site plan here, I don't have any idea how the new one's gonna be on that lot. So I'm asking questions.
Is the new house gonna sit on the exact same footprint as the old house? Or are you coming closer to the road?
Not closer to the road.
The same footprint is what's
Correct.
So many of them, we see that the property line ends before the traveled road. There's a difference between the actual property line and the actual road. They let you be closer to the road because it's no man's land. It's just, it's
Put the
the,
road in the wrong spot. They put the road in the wrong spot.
yeah, that's right. The road and the property line don't match.
And this is the case here as well.
Okay.
So how far away are you from the right of way?
7-9 is.
Oh, that's too bad.
That grinder.
Yeah, it's like 15.
15-3.
And how far away are you from the travel?
The 15-3 would be the north. North side of,
Sorry, must not be understanding questions. How far away is the new residence going to be from the travel portion of the road? Is the travel portion of the road, the edge of the road, the same as the setback, the property line?
Yeah, it's 15-3, Larry.
It's
right away.
15-3.
It is, but there's no room.
No,
So you can't put a truck or car this way, I don't think, without being on the road. If I'm looking at this right.
So you have to park in the right of way, is that what you're saying?
Oh, parallel with the roadway. Oh, I got it.
Picture show,
Yeah.
okay. How many bedrooms in this, new home?
4.
And how many vehicles can you get in the garage?
Be two.
And you're gonna be able to park 2 cars in on the street without being on the right of way. Is that what you're telling us or not?
2 cars in, are you asking the driveway? Or
You cannot park on the right of way. This board cannot allow you to park on the right of way. You have to have 4 parking spots. So if you have 2 in the garage, you have 2 in the driveway.
Yeah.
Why can't you move the new structure? It's a new structure. Why can't you move it a little farther off the road?
Just a second, Karen just brought up something too. You have that second property that's tied to it too, that back one, right?
the garage?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so he has a property on the other side of
Just
the road,
yeah.
across the
Directly
road.
across?
It's
It's not
within,
correct.
right to
It's gotta be directly across and tied to it. Right?
it.
According to what I read, it has to be.
It's to be within 300 feet.
I thought it's 300. Yeah.
I don't know.
Allowed for the parking.
According to our ordinance, the lots have to be tied together if it's directly across the street. Or if you're parking, using the other garage for parking under this ordinance.
Is that correct, Clint?
I'm not ever sure on that aspect. I know the 300 feet rule, they're within 300 feet.
Well, that's not it.
It's only 50 feet away though.
It's only 50 feet away from the
It's
one
directly
property.
across the street and can it be tied with this lot?
It's not exactly
Legally.
across the street,
It's.
but it's within, I mean,
I think it's this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay, so legally, Don, can that other lot be tied into this lot?
Yeah,
Okay, you can do that.
part of it's.
It has to be done or it can be allowed to do that.
Not all of it's across,
Yeah,
but
get
part of it is
another one
across.
going.
If you look at the angle of the lots.
Directly across the lot, that's all I'm saying.
I'm looking at the angle of the lots.
The garage lot was one we had a variance not that long ago.
I'm just going by our ordinance.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, they.
Let's rephrase this question because I understand Larry's point here. Can you park 2 cars, parallel park 2 cars in front of the house, not be sitting in the road?
Yes,
It'd be on your property.
yes.
So that solves your,
That's good.
that's, okay, okay, that's, takes care of that. But you can't park them lengthways, but you can park 2 of them parallel and you'd be on your property.
Garage.
2 in the drive and 2 parked parallel.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Okay, but you didn't answer the question, why can't you just move the new structure farther off the road? You're building a totally new structure, new foundation, new footers, to move it over.
We don't want to be closer, any closer to the lakeside.
We were, what, 50 feet or something like that? Or what is it?
No, it says, 47? No, it says 25.5.
Oh,
Yeah.
25, okay.
So it's probably can't be. The setback line is on there. It's a little dotted line on our overhead.
Yeah, I noticed it was, the setback line was there. So if you moved it a little bit closer, you'd be a little farther off the road. I'm just wondering what's the hardship in not moving it closer to the lake setback and get a little bit farther off the street?
Like make their house wider because they're not using all the setback available for the width of the house.
Well, I've heard about that too. It's 10 feet there. You could even move it over a little bit and gather, gain a
Well,
little bit. But whatever.
Or ask them for relief and you can decide what you want to do.
I got that right now. That's all I have.
Anybody else have questions?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, open the public. Is there anyone in the public like to speak in favor or against this variance request? Please come to the podium and give your name and address.
Warren Wilson, 400 Lane, 478. We are 2 houses just south of this proposed build project. In 2009, we built, and we had the exact same problem that the Johns have, and we had to get a variance for our setback. Our road has been put in the wrong spot for over 50 years. Our property has been in my wife's family since 1918, and who knows when it was originally plotted. And it's been the same as the neighbor right next to me, the Zimmermans. They had to get the exact same variance to build their house on it. I had to build to the transverse line. To your question, why can't you go closer? We have the transverse lines down through there that we have to abide by as well. And I believe that's what they're gonna have to face too, is the house next to them and then the Zimmermans. So we are totally in favor of them building their house. This past weekend, the 4th weekend, was very busy up and down our road. And I was able to help the neighbor. We pulled a very large ski nautique down past their house the way it is currently sitting, with 2 cars parallel parked behind their house. Had no problem getting a big ski nautique down the road and make it around their garage curb, which is just right across the street from the current property now. So we are in favor of this proposal.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else like to speak?
Well, I'm the homeowner. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
To answer your question, sir.
Name and address, sir.
What's that?
Name and address.
Lady John, and we live in 6302 Woodchuck Drive, Hamilton, Indiana, 46064. To answer your question, sir, to try to answer it, as Mr. Wilson said, that our lot and the lot beside us are actually the 2 most shallow lots. I think probably going 20 each way of our lots, meaning shallow from the lake comes in and the road comes in. The road has kind of been in the wrong spot forever, precedes us. So our house is very shallow already, if you will. It's not deep. You can't build it back. And so that's the reason we're trying to ask for this variance, as the 2 neighbors did as well. So just want to clarify that.
Okay.
Mr. Steiger, one of the other 2 neighbors just in Soffit.
I know that Joe Zimmerman was 17 feet off going.
We are 15, and I believe Joe had to get a 17-foot variance.
So, yeah. Thank you.
Does everyone else like to speak? Okay, the public portion is closed. We do have some letters from Susie Freeman, Brian Redmond, and Joe Zimmerman. They are all in favor of this variance request. Okay. Is there any questions or discussion by the board? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant petition number V-25-11 for Thad Nixon and Leighton John for a road front variance.
Second. As presented.
As presented.
See what happens when you don't sit by.
Normally one not checking that box there. We'll have her switch us back. Switch us back next time, Tara.
That's my bad, sorry. That's why I was.
Thanks for the extra. Variance has been approved by a 4-1 vote count.
Just come see us before you start, pull permits, all that good stuff.
Thank you very much.
Make sure those setbacks. The bulldog sitting right there. She's just gonna shove it in the lake and have to start over. Ready? Go, let's do it. Next up, V-25-12, Michael Gepfer petitions for one-dimensional standard variance for a new addition, variance for a road front setback of 13 feet rather than 25 feet required. Located at 520 lane 301B Lake George, section 15 of Jamestown Township, map number 76031514090000006. Here's the aerial photo. You see him there right there on the corner with the highlighted blue. Here's the site plan. Here we are, south looking north again. South looking north again. North is looking south again. I think you get the idea. There we go. And I think what we're looking at here is the telephone poles, if I'm not mistaken, Charlie, are. That's, so the road's off a little bit, but not like we've seen historically. So that's all I got for you.
My name is Michael Gepper, 520-11301B, Lake George, Fremont, Indiana. Here on behalf of myself and my wife, we're the property owners of the property in question here. We're seeking relief on the roadside setback, 13 feet rather than required 25 feet. We built this house in 2016, moved in 2016. A very narrow lot, deep but narrow. It was a tough build when we designed it. It took about 2.5 years to get the plans down. It was originally designed more to be a summer home for us, not full time. So as we were considering it, I actually had the application filled out to come and speak to this board back then. But I chose not to. I was a builder at that time. And I chose to use this as kind of a case study on what could be done on a narrow lot without getting any variances. So I'm on all 4 setbacks as well as the height. We kind of had big shoehorn and got the house in there. Since then, I'm not a builder anymore, and we're living here full time. And the reason we want to do this is to be able to get a 2-car garage. Today, it's a single car because of that angle you can see on that view right there. And if I just add 7.5 feet, that's the minimum I need to be able to get my wife's car in there, and then we can get a second car next to it. Talking about roads, I don't know if it's in the right spot or not. Growing up, my parents bought the place in 75. My grandparents lived next door. They bought in 63. So it's the only dirt I've ever known. But the neighbors all say that the road, after they put the sewers in, the road didn't get put back in the same spot. I have no idea if it did or it didn't. That's just, folklore, I guess.
It's highly likely, probably.
Yeah, but if we were granted the 7.5 feet, I would still be 25 feet from the closest point, which is there kind of in red, from the closest point, the southern point, to the road edge. There were some pictures, and I thought we had emailed them in, but I have that's not my car there, but I have a Explorer, 2021 Explorer 3-row SUV, and I can get my car between the new addition and the road's edge and still have about 3 feet of distance around it. So we're not anywhere near, and that's the closest point. I can still probably get 5 cars. Today I can get 7 cars in the driveway. Probably get 5 cars after we do this, 5 to 6. And we have a 3-bedroom home. So.
Okay. Dan, questions? Karen?
No.
Kevin?
No.
Larry?
Just one, you're gonna have living quarters above this.
It's a 2-story.
Okay, so,
Oh, above the addition, I'm sorry.
yeah,
There are 2 bedrooms on that roadside and we were just going to make them deeper.
okay.
Yeah.
So no more bedrooms.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, one's a flex room, there's no closet in it, and the other one is a bedroom. But both those rooms would just grow.
Okay. Is there anyone probably like to speak in favor or opposition to this house addition? It's quiet out there, so I'll forfeit that portion. Anything else on the board? Here we go. Okay, motion.
Mr. Chairman, unless you want to.
I was going to, but Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant petition numbers V 2512 to Michael Gepford for a minimum road front setback of 13 feet rather than the 25 feet
I'll second that.
as presented.
Sorry, I'll second that now.
Check my box, Kevin.
Larry, 1, Karen, 2.
You stand for another hearing. Stand for another hearing.
You don't have to stay, just.
This is like.
They can't leave till the meeting.
Blast. We could have a live stream on this way home. I'll give you a link. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Good.
Yeah. Down. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for 10 minutes.
I think you want it. Right, like in spring. No.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
You get the next one.
I didn't look at you quick enough. I was.
I've been trying to grab my sheet. So I gotta pick up.
I didn't notice that was pretty cool way you made your existing house match the setback originally.
We needed every square inch we can get.
Well, good news, your variance has been approved by a 5-0 vote.
Couldn't get far.
But you have to stay, they can leave.
Right.
Not today. Till we've done what's done. You're already on. B-25-13, J&K Contractors, Don McHale, petition for one dimensional standard variance for a new dwelling, variance for a road front setback of 10 feet rather than 25 feet required. Located at 395 lane 180 Turkey Lake, section 18 of Salem Township, map number 76121813001190000014. Here we are at the arrow view, basically right there, dead center on the water's edge, highlighted blue. There's a site plan. And we did this on purpose for you. It's usually Kevin asking the question, so we did it ramp. We parked in the, between the road and the property, so when we take pictures from all angles, we can see the setbacks and the flags aren't showing up as well as I like, but they're, oh, they're.
Yeah.
Be better if you put a boat trailer on the back too, so we don't see the.
That's all I have for you.
Joe Pleat, 4848 South, 500 East Cherubusco. I'm a home builder. What my clients are trying to do is build a retirement home. They will have one of their elderly parents living with them. So we're trying to get a house that's got a 2-car garage, no steps, and trying to keep it out of the view of the neighbors as much as possible, getting behind the front yard setback. With the 10-foot setback, we'll still have 25 feet with the 2-car garage, so we can park 4 cars. We're pretty tight on both property lines. You know, there's really no way to fatten the house up at all. It's a relatively skinny lot. Concrete under roof is only around 2,300 square foot with the garage. So it's not a super large house. It is a 2-story. So there is bedrooms upstairs, but we had to design something that would allow them to have their parents on the main floor with a bedroom, kitchen, everything they need. You know, then the upstairs is where they will remain for a few years. So that's why we're asking for the variance. There was an existing shed / garage lakeside and a single wide trailer on the lot. We've kind of set the house up. We're not going any closer to the road than what the existing shed was. Well, we took it off now, but what was there? So, and they're really, really tight with their neighbors. They don't want to obstruct any view. They know that the lake is the reason people, build. So trying to do that, keep it close to the road. Seems to be plenty of room with where the edge of the road is to the front of the garage. And with that being said, when we started the design, we didn't hire a surveyor right out of the gate. We kind of took 5 or 6 houses to the left and to the right. We kind of looked at where they were. Our next door neighbor to the west, which is on lot 31, he's 4.6 feet from the property line. So, and then there's multiple, I have a list of several addresses that range from 9.3 to 9.8, 10.47 from the house to the property line. But they all have managed to do nice driveways, be able to get cars in the drive. And that's where we started from. And then when we hired a surveyor and realized that the setback is significantly more than that, that's when we applied for variance.
Larry, questions?
Well, I've got one for staff right off the bat. Yeah, it looks like this is 5 feet off the property line. It looks like there's a shed.
That's
Either right on the line or on
over the line.
over the line. So what's the ordinance or regulation regarding how many feet you can be from another structure?
It's 5 foot building to building, and then we can allow for firewalls. If that change, we changed the plan, right?
Across property lines, it's actually more lenient than on the same lot.
Yeah.
If he had a building on the same lot and let's say he's putting up a new shed, he'd have to be 10 feet, but since it's a neighboring property, you're going across property lines, so it'd be close. It would be the 5
Is
feet.
it not? I think it's 5 feet, and it's less than that now. So you're gonna make him put up a firewall, or is it the other guy that's over the line? Of course, I guess that's up to you.
All it is though, some 5/8 drywall is all that's required where those two meet, where they flush up. So usually it's the new homeowner that does that there.
So just 5/8 drywall on that adjacent wall.
Yep, they'll give you 30 minutes, and once you got 30 minutes, you're covered.
Okay.
I'll have to ask again.
If you can't go closer than 3 feet. No, that was
That's-
on the same
that's on the
driveway, so
same
it's just standard 5 feet without the firewall. Okay.
Once again, kind of curious why, not curious, but why don't you just move it closer to the 50-foot setback?
2 things. One, we had a guy go out and drill Keeley holes. And as we go closer to the road, the soil conditions get much better for one. I know that's not a concern of yours. But 2, the elevation falls off towards the lake, trying to achieve as flat of an area and less steps as possible. Plus we have that traverse line as well on this lot that we're trying to keep the structure out of. And not go any closer than, and you can kind of see there with lot 31. We're trying to kind of keep them in line, not obstructing the view of the lake.
15 foot, yeah, that's the actual traverse.
Jenny, the attached garage is 2-car garage or 1-car garage?
2-car garage, no living space above.
And how many bedrooms in?
It's a 3-bedroom, one on the main.
That's all I have at this point.
Kevin?
Just to clarify, when you build a garage, you're still gonna be 25 feet from the edge of the garage to the travel road.
Correct. That's correct.
I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah. And then that was one of the defining things that had us a little bit confused because there was so much room there. If we went with the existing setback, we'd have 35 feet of driveway, much less home.
Right. That's all.
Okay, Karen? Good too. Is this lot, I know Big Turkey kind of moves up and down a lot, the level of this. Is that one reason why you want the house back is because Lake Heat kind of high at times?
That and it's the whole lot is in a floodplain, so we'll be building 2 feet above the floodplain grade there. So as we hold it up and then the ground falls towards the lake, it just makes a lot of sense to hold it towards the road. And with the neighbor being so close, I think they line up a little bit better. I mean, he's gonna be much closer than us, but it keeps the lakeside kind of in line and the roadside kind of lined up.
Okay. Anybody in the public like to speak in favor or opposition to this variance request?
Joe Mishak, 1000 Park Drive, Turkey Lake, the president of Big Turkey Lake Improvement Association. And obviously I'd like to speak on behalf to say, we'd like to see things like this happen. I've been on the lake for 9 years now, almost 10 years. And I don't know if you've been around Big Turkey Lake a lot, but it's improved quite a bit from what it was 8 to 10 years ago. And I think things like this obviously help improve it. There are a lot of challenges that we face, like any other lake space. Narrow lots, our lake level does tremendously rise and fall, probably a lot more than most. So those are all the challenges that we have. But again, I think new construction, it's really taken off the last few years in our lake, and it's a good thing for our property values and as well as for cleaning up our neighborhoods and making it a much safer place for everyone, especially now that we have people that are starting to move to the lake and stay there full time. So just my 2 cents. I appreciate all that you guys do.
Thank you.
I have a question for you. You say the lake rises quite a bit.
Rises and falls.
Okay, so at the highest point, is that taken into where this 50-foot setback begins?
That is a good question, but I don't know the answer to that too, because I'm not as familiar with this side of the lake. I can just tell you from my side of the lake, we allow the lake to rise and fall. At one time, there was a levee in it that used to make it a little more stable, but now it tends to fall a little quicker. So it's pretty easy for it to fluctuate a good part beginning to end of season.
I can confirm it rises and falls. I'm 7 miles away and that's where most of my drainage from the farm ground we have goes. Big Turkey.
Well, we appreciate it.
Things are really high this spring one time, and it's kind of like I was good.
I just want to interject real quick, that you said it's gotten a lot better in the last 8 to 10 years than it has. I'll have been here 9 years, August 1st, so I'm not saying, I'm just saying that you're welcome.
Remember that when I come from my bear.
We'll remember. Okay, anybody else like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay. Portion's closed, and so another room for the setback, so I'll entertain motions.
Mr. Sherman, I move a grant petition B-25-13 to J&K Contractors and John McHale for a minimum road front setback of 10 feet as presented.
Second.
I'd like to answer to that. Have to have the firewall.
Yes, I'm sorry. With the condition of the firewall. Yes. And wrote that down something. I forgot. You're right.
You want to be more specific on where it needs to go, or you just want to go with the code on that? Code will be where the walls line up. Okay. That's fine.
Firewall for code.
Okay.
As long as it's good with you.
Tyler and Justin look at her up there.
Put as presented and then dash.
I give it to the building department. That's just, they don't come out and do a drywall
Sure, at the
inspection.
building department.
Yeah, building and planning, so it's merged off.
If you see me, you're having a bad day. I don't leave the office unless there's trouble, I gotta watch something like that.
He's lying too.
I am, but it doesn't mean it's not. Somebody else.
See Tyler without a map, then you're having a bad day.
Yeah, we just check it as part of, we'll put a condition on, we'll just check it as part of
Okay.
the building inspection, usually final.
Okay.
It's done after installation inspection. It will be done at final and they will, put notes in it, basically do an online system.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those.
But basically, all you gotta do is drywall.
Pretty much, yeah, it's
It doesn't
really,
have to be outside next to the siding,
No.
just as long as it's on the studs. So
it is code, but it's pretty much just standard too, so it's not like the
Just
big
make sure
issue.
you put 5-inch drywall up to that wall. That's what I thought.
If you put it outside, it's not gonna last for long.
Cover the siding with plastic.
Roof over it.
Well, your siding don't know. Drywall sheds on there. That's this way. It's stuck.
That's where
Okay. Yeah, she did that one. Garage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I got about
This one passed by a 5-0 vote count. Likewise.
50 minutes.
Thanks, guys.
They can.
Next up, if you're ready, B-25-14, Philip and Tara Road petition for one-dimensional standard variance for a new dwelling. Variance for a road front setback of 20 feet rather than 25 feet required. Located at 220 Lake 49 Lake James, section 33 of Jamestown Township, map number 760333320113000006. Here we have the aerial photo. There's the one where there was no house. Found it. Here's the site plan. Here we are looking from the, let's say the west to the east. Northwest to southeast kind of thing. Pretty good pictures. That's all I've got for you.
Chad Delagrange, 5286, County Road 68, Spencerville, Indiana. Petitioning for the roads. They have an existing house that was tore down already. Existing retaining wall, it's kind of a challenge on this job. So we're trying to keep that in place. And we're going to put the garage real close to that. I have an engineer working on how we're going to tie the two together and bridge that. But 20-foot easement that we're asking for instead of the 25 will allow us to get close to that. They'll still have parking for 4 cars in front of it and 2 in the garage. And they have the property on the other side of the road that can park several cars. Okay, that's it. Okay. Good, Dan. Oh, no questions? Nope.
How many bedrooms?
4.
With 6 parking spots, correct?
With outside and garage.
Yeah, right.
This one, no.
Kevin, any more?
Basically, you're trying to just preserve their current retaining wall, build and tie everything into that.
Would like to, yeah, that's a major
Yeah.
consideration if we take that out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Full of holes up. That, I don't have anything.
Okay, well, that's not. All right, anyone in the public like to speak in favor or opposition to this variance request? Any motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve V-25-14 to Philip and Tara Row for a minimum road front setback of 20 feet as presented.
Second.
The variance request to pass by a 5-0 vote count.
Thank you.
That's me.
All right, V-25-1 time, Pamela and Stefano Casara, petition for one-dimensional standard variance for a new pergola. I remember this one. Variance for a front or lakefront setback at 10 feet rather than the 20 feet required, located at 180 lane 195 Crooked Lake, section 8 of Pleasant Township, map number 7606-08330-215-000-011. Here's an aerial photo of the property, highlighted in blue. Here's the site plan with the deck/pergola highlighted in red. Here's a picture. We're standing east looking west. West looking east, I believe. East looking west with Charlie's shadow. And that's all I've got for you tonight.
Thanks. Pam Casera, 180 Lane, 195 Crooked Lake. The item before you today is a variance request to attach a pergola to the lakefront side of the house. Those two north side pergola posts are the reasons for the variance requirement. Yeah, they will not stick out any further than that bottom step you see there. It's a 13.5 by 15 foot pergola, and that bottom step is at 15 feet. And happy to answer any questions.
So
We've talked to
you're,
both our neighbors, our immediate neighbors, who are not opposed.
so you're covering up an existing deck.
Actually, we're gonna rip it out and redo it.
But it'll be the same footprint.
It'll be the same footprint. Yeah, if you go back to the survey, you can see how it overlays.
You're putting your deck in it, same footprint.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
Put some
where the
shade
bottom,
on it.
supposed to be where the bottom steps are, so you're not gonna be closer to the lake. Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes, staff, actually, it looks like the structure's already within that 20-foot setback. Was that approved at one time?
Either that or non-conforming. I mean, probably legally non-conforming.
Depending on the
So it would be
age,
legally, I guess, it was never.
predates 2008.
I built in 78 and I had setbacks by the county.
There would have been setbacks. Perhaps there would have been no variance, no history on this.
Let's drop this one.
Also could have showed up in the middle of the night too.
Yeah.
Well,
As long as she didn't do it,
make it right, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had people come before us that had, for that reason, you got built in the middle of the night.
Well,
It's a cloudy weekend. Any questions?
what's the red line on this overhead or the over aerial image. I don't follow
This pictures are different.
A photo.
the aerial photo. How does that red line correspond with this site plan? I don't know what that red line is.
Possibly. I don't see a red line.
There is.
Right on the
Well,
water.
it's a brown line.
Oh,
It's like that brown.
that would be a subdivision.
Section line.
Okay.
It's brown.
The colors do matter.
So describe the hardship.
Just the heat. Actually, we just bought the house in the fall. We're gonna have to
I
replace
didn't hear what you said.
the heat. The sun on the building. We're going to have to replace the windows and doors on that side. The house was built in 2002 and we're having to do, some major work. So just the heat, to have some shade to be able to sit out there. The hardship to any neighbors.
So I'm asking, what's your hardship?
Yeah, my hardship.
Not being able to do it.
Any other questions? Is there anyone probably like to speak this time?
Now's your chance, Bill.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Chairman? Go ahead. So, as everybody gets there tonight. Watch this up. Here we go.
Mr. Chairman, I move we grant petition B-25-15 for Pamela and Stefano Casaro. I didn't mess it up too bad. For dimensional variance on the lakefront as presented.
I'll second that.
Charlie. Your variance request has been approved by a 4-1 vote count.
Thank you.
Come see the office where you get started.
Yep.
Is there a meeting for August?
Yes.
Full again?
Yes.
Don't have like full
They are not
for the
all-
next couple months.
No, we have been getting inquiries on September, but nothing yet. We got some floating that they want to get on the docket and they're jumping, but.
I have 3 on my desk.
Yeah.
There's time before the dead.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I just,
Like the deadline for August was last Friday, but like 2.5 weeks ago, we already had August full.
yeah,
It's like, wow.
So, and these are a little different tonight. Set distance from the road than sometimes, but is there a way to change this in the rules that? I guess is there a way to change the rules, the language in the rules, to let staff make this decision?
Probably not that, but we have at the plan commission stage, Landon has brought up possibly changing that number and working from there. Now, once that happens, and I have no say in this, once that happens, I have seen it go to somewhat of like a traverse line on the roadside, like we did the front side. I've seen it be a solid number. It just depends. So it's been proposed and it is in the works. We just haven't drafted the language yet. But I don't think it'll be the case where we can just make a determination. I think it would have to be something kind of like the lakeside at least, or a solid number.
Well, Traverse.
Landon
Thought
was
about
thinking.
Traverse line in front.
You could, I mean, I don't know if that's where it's gonna go, but
Right.
once we open this up, it takes on a life of its own. Who knows where it's gonna go, so. And that'll happen at the planning commission stage primarily, then in front of the commissioners at some point.
Landon was thinking about taking it to 20 instead of 25,
We just keep it a,
because a lot of them are between 20 and 25.
but you're talking about when the road's in the wrong spot is where it really.
Yeah, I said these are a little different.
Just like
when
when
the road is obviously in the wrong spot.
It's a corner lot, we can go in
Flat.
and put.
25 on the side of your drive.
Yeah.
The only issue we have there is, I've come up with this, we're not here in this county, but other counties where we've discussed that. And the only problem there is, you know, once they line up, that's great for us and our planning purposes, and it looks pretty and all that. But then think of, Lake Gage. Once you do try to go widen that road, like right now, Lake Gage, that road's not getting wider. We're kind of trapped. So you, yeah, I mean, that's where you're kind of at with that, so.
You got excavator here too?
I'd rather just take the grader blade, and follow the rocks back in the yard.
I'd rather sell the rocks. You pop them up, I'll sell them.
If you need rocks to sell, I can show up.
Land trust meeting tomorrow night?
Perfect.
So Clint, anything come of that question I had a couple weeks or a couple months ago?
It's about fourth in line, but yes, we're working on it. I've taken her out there. We got 3 right now that are hot and heavy. 2 we're gonna talk to them about tomorrow. No, we're not. Yeah, we are gonna talk to you about that tomorrow. Then once we get that cleared up, we'll go from there. But I think when you brought that up, Cody was code enforcement and Christina's code enforcement. So we're getting to it. It's there. It's on the list.
Yeah. Dang it. Tara put me on the list.
I don't have this.
No. Dan at the top. No, it's the other Dan you're gonna put on the list.
You're still number 1, buddy.
Daddy Dan. Remember Christina? Daddy Dan.
There's something I was going to ask about.
Is there anything else to come for this board? I can adjourn it. I move we adjourn. Okay, Charlie's gotta go to Mongo. He's got the longest drive tonight. I'm not going home tonight.
Nice. I will stand somewhere.
Perfect. Nice. That's like gas in the boat.
Good.
Clint, could you bring that